Jewish Australian, John Monash. At Gallipoli, there was probably the most violent, challenging, courageous engagement the Australians were involved in so many mighty battles was the battle at Lone Pine, and there it was that one of the 7 Victoria Crosses was awarded to another Jewish Australian soldier, Private Kazor, who joined the Australian Army from his home at 22 Macleay Street in Potts Point, right here in the electorate of Wentworth. And of course, to get to Gallipoli, invariably you go through Istanbul. Istanbul, Constantinople to the Greeks, the great city, one of the great cities of all time, where there used to be an enormous Jewish community. Now it's a much smaller Jewish community, and there are still Jews there, in that Jewish community there, much reduced as it is throughout the Muslim world, who still speak Ladino, which is of course the language that Moses ben Maimon spoke. That was the the Spanish equivalent of Yiddish. So, an extraordinary reminder of the role that Jews have played in Australian society, how we cannot imagine our society without our Jewish community, and of course a reminder there in Istanbul, where there was once a much more tolerant society and a much larger Jewish community, not so large, I'm afraid, today. And it reminds us the importance of what Rabbi Feldman said, that we maintain in Australia a society which welcomes and rejoices in diversity, and above all, which welcomes and rejoices in the indispensable, the implacable, indomitable contribution of the Jewish community in Australia. We could not imagine our society here today in Australia without the contribution of the Jewish community. And I say, Kol HaKavod, again, to Chabad Yeshiva for promoting Yiddishkeit so relentlessly and enthusiastically, and above all for promoting this great event today, this celebration of Lag BaOmer. And I can't add to the learning of the rabbi here, but I observed to him earlier that I said, given that this is the 33rd day, and of course requires us to count up to 33, it's probably appropriate that we have a slightly quantitative holiday here the day that the Henry Tax Review is being released. Thank you very much, and congratulations.